Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sherry Horner and this channel is for women embracing the second phase of life. There are so many changes in our lives. Today I'm in the garden where there are so many changes, moving into a new season. Some things are growing, some things are fading, and just reflecting on life. There are so many changes and projects to be done. So today I'm going to be doing some projects in the garden. I hope you'll follow along with me. Comment below if you have a garden or if you do container gardening. So maybe you don't have a lot of space, but you've tried container gardening. So comment below if you have a garden. If you're going through any changes or new projects that you're working on, leave a comment. Remember, your comments can motivate and inspire other women in our community. And this community isn't just for women over 40. We have several women in our community that are members or subscribers that are in their mid-30s to 40s and above. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, join our community, leave those comments, because what you say can inspire and motivate others. So I hope you'll stick with me to the end of the video and see the changes that I'm making in my garden for these autumn changes and projects. Okay, so I've got my pots that I bought on clearance. They're really big. And I'm going to put my mums in here today that have outgrown the pots that they've been in for the last year. Some of them I propagated from the original plants. So we'll see how this goes. My plan is to put these noodles in the bottom and then dirt on top of that to use less potting soil. We'll see. Okay, here are the noodles and just 2 of the mums that I'm going to add to the bigger pots. And this is my new baby, my new cart, so I can wheel things around, place them where I want them in the yard. And I'm very happy with that. Okay, let's see how everything's going to turn out. Okay, the first 2 are done, and I think I'm going to put them at the beginning of the garden here. I thought about putting them back alongside the greenhouse, but I kind of like to want to watch them or see them from a distance, not just when I'm in the garden. Okay, got them into place, and just looking at the landscape in general, this plant is looking pretty yellow, but it still looks good from a distance. And then I have mums. So if you've watched my other videos, you'll know I used to have lettuce in this bed, and I put the marigolds in the corner to keep the bunnies away, which was very effective. But since the lettuce has been gone, I put mums in here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 that I propagated back in the spring from these babies and other babies that I started with last year. So anyway, I'm very pleased with how it's looking, and especially from a distance. Like I said, I was thinking about putting the big planters back by the greenhouse, alongside the greenhouse. I really like that look of terracotta pots lined up, but I really want to enjoy it from a distance. So I'll keep it here for now. So there was overcast this morning, and I'm happy that I was able to get these mums in bigger pots and get everything watered before the bright sun came out. Over here I have in this other pot more mums. I put 3 in here. Now, they haven't started blooming yet, but they're getting close. I put 3 in here from the mums that I had propagated. I propagated 20, and I think I gave away 4. So I think I have 16 new mums, and I will show you the various places that I have them. So just a quick look around the garden. So my zinnias, everything is taken over. Next year I have different plans. This is only my second year gardening, so comment below if you have a garden, if you are new to gardening, or if you've been doing it for years. Everything's an experiment to me, and I grew the zinnias and the cosmos from seed, and I have a surprise morning glory going on in here. And I think it might have been from some wildflowers that I winter sowed in a jug, and I put them in one of the beds just to see what happens. And I got these little guys from there. The morning glories just popped up, and those little guys. So, and then back here is my cone flowers, which they're just about done. But next year I have different plans for this garden, and I hope you'll watch my previous videos and see how my garden has evolved, and I hope you continue to come back and see how my garden grows. And those again are my petunias that I grew from seed. I'm not ready to let them go. They still look good from a distance, so I'm letting them stay as long as they want. It's heartbreaking to tear out flowers at the end of the season. I want to hold on to my petunias as long as I can, but another trick I've learned is when you are cutting out plants that are in their last stage and you don't want to throw the flowers away, and it's really hard when you grow something from seed, but I have a trick. What I do with these petals, and they can bring me more enjoyment in the future. In the greenhouse. So I have several projects going on. I've been deadheading and collecting seeds from coneflowers, the white marigold, the yellow marigold, the sunflowers. So I'm trying to get more organized with labeling things. That's still a work in progress, but today I'm going to be separating these seeds and putting them into jars. They won't stay in the jars, but eventually they're going to go into envelopes that will be labeled. But this will help me just go ahead and take care of this hot mess and be more organized for the ability to have seeds for next year and give seeds away to friends that want to grow the sunflowers or the marigolds. So I have these huge marigolds out here that I put in the corners of the beds to keep the bunnies away, and they've grown so big and I love them, and they're not too expensive to buy at the store. I usually buy, I have 2 here, and then I have 2 over here in this bed, and then 2 in the front bed, and they get huge. So, and they're not too expensive to buy, but I thought, I'll save the seeds, see if I can grow them on my own, and we'll see what happens. I finished harvesting my seeds for next year. I have the white marigold. I put these plastic bags in there because that's how I'm going to store them for the winter, but I just put them in jars real quick to keep them from commingling and being a hot mess. But I also saved yellow marigolds. I love the white marigolds, and I've had a little bit of luck with them. My first year gardening, this is my second year, the end of my second year, and didn't have as much luck. But the yellow marigolds I did buy from the store, and I never really was a big fan of bright yellow, but they're so abundant in the garden, and I put them in the corners of the beds there and there, and they just look really good from a distance. So I saved some of those while deadheading, and we'll see if we can grow more and maybe give some away next year. Purple cone flowers, also I grew from seed in the garden last year. It came back this year, and I saved some of those seeds from that. So that's my seed saving, and we'll see how it goes next year. Also, this hydrangea was a bloom from a hydrangea plant, and I'm hoping to harvest a few more that I can dry and put in vases for indoors for a beautiful autumn look. Okay, so here's a funny story. Well, kind of funny. Okay, so I have peppers in here. You can see there's green bell pepper, and there's the yellow peppers. There's lots of them in there. So I started my pepper plants in the winter sowing in the jugs, if you've seen that video, and then I put these plants, there's another green pepper, it's a small one, but put these plants into the raised beds. And there's a big green pepper there. So I thought they were sweet banana peppers, and of course the green bell peppers. Those were the packs of seeds that I bought. So here's the pack of seeds that I purchased right there, and it says yellow sweet banana, but they are actually hot. So, funny story, it wasn't at the time, but it is now. My husband discovered they are hot peppers when he decided to fry some up. And it was a disaster. It was so bad that we had to open the doors, the windows, start the essential oil diffusers, turn the fan on, fumigate the house. It was horrible. And we discovered that we have a lot of hot peppers, so now I am seeking people to come and gather them if they want them. And it's quite the challenge to get rid of these, but they are going in the death pile if nobody wants them. Okay, things are changing in the garden, and my next project is to get rid of these flowers. They're so tall, and I hate to get rid of them, but it's looking like a jungle. So I'm going to take these flowers out of these raised beds, putting something lower in the ground, and next year I'll do the same thing, put something that doesn't grow as tall in here. I have another place for cut flowers for next year's plan. sunflowers are burned out. They are all finished. There's a few blooms over there on the other side of the greenhouse, but I'm going to take them down, dry out the stalks, and use the stalks for different projects in my garden. Okay, I finished cutting down the sunflowers on the sunflower wall and got the ones out of the bins in the garden. So now I'm going to dry those out completely and use those for projects.